Hi, my name is Avoca Reaction, because that's what drag should do, and I am Ireland's #1 premier non-binary drag entity. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I'm best known for belting out show tunes, but little do they know that in a past life I used to be a primary school teacher. So today I thought I would bring the two elements together, drag and education, together at last for Avoca's Queer School. Here we go. Now I can hear you all asking, Avoca, what does non-binary even mean? Now I'll be honest, there's no straight answer to that question. In fact, there's very little straight here at Avoca's Queer School. But seriously, let's get some of the basics covered before we go any further. First of all, sex and gender are different things. Sex is what scientists call biologically determined, meaning that there are physical indicators of sex in everybody's body. The different sexes, according to science, are female, male, and intersex. An intersex person is somebody who is born with reproductive organs that can't be classified as either male or female. So, your sex is physically determined, usually by the doctor who delivers you. But your gender, on the other hand, is a completely different kettle of fish. Gender is a social construct, which basically means that it only exists because we all sort of agree that it does. We absorb gender roles by watching our parents, teachers, and pals modeling behaviours and attributes that society agrees are either masculine or feminine. Now, because we can intuit and figure out which gender identity best fits us, regardless of what body you were born into, that means that there are endless possibilities for gender identities beyond the typical binary ones of men and women. If you are a cis person, all going well, you will never experience what we call gender dysphoria. Now, that's just kind of a fancy way of saying that your gender kind of clashes with your sex assigned at birth. In order to alleviate this painful feeling, a lot of trans and gender non-conforming folks pursue some sort of transition. Now, there are as many ways to transition as there are fabulous trans people in our world, but there are two major categories we can talk about when we talk about transitions: medical transitions and social transitions. A medical transition usually involves working with healthcare professionals to better match your physical body to your gender identity. Hormone replacement therapy, surgery, and cosmetic procedures are just some examples here. A social transition, on the other hand, is steps that you can take yourself in order to align yourself with your gender identity. For example, buying new clothes, new hair, new makeup, a new name, and of course, pronouns. Pronouns are getting a lot of attention and debate in the press and on social media at the moment. It feels like everyone has something to say about it. And often, it feels like the voices that are being amplified in these conversations are not the voices of trans and gender non-conforming folks. So thank you, Access, for giving me this soapbox to shout from. Here's some things I'd like to leave with you. Please do some homework. It doesn't have to be academic reading, you don't have to take a book out from the library. YouTube, Instagram, social media is a fantastic resource for learning more about various gender identities. Finally, we're not all born knowing these things, so go easy on yourself. Everybody has to learn these things, including us as queer people. I'll leave you with this. If you feel yourself getting frustrated, just breathe.